ladies and gentlemen, there is a New York variant. And it's not only is it found in New York and New Jersey, but it has been found in other states. Now, they seem to be really scared of this particular one, ladies and gentlemen. But they're not really coming out with a lot of reasons why, but you can, when I get into the article, you'll start picking it up. So this is Bloomberg, March 1st, 2021. New York COVID-19 variant expands reach in US with 735 cases. So they claim this variant actually came out in November. We're just hearing about this now in March, right? About 735 cases of the coronavirus variant that emerged in New York City in November now have been identified in the US, including 585 in the last 2 weeks, the federal health officials say. The mutation has traveled extensively through the metropolitan New York region, and individual cases have been found in 14 other states, including Texas, Wyoming, and Maryland, according to Gregory Armstrong, director of the Center for Disease Control and Prevention Advanced Molecular Detection Program. The variant, known as scientifically as B1526, likely started off in the Washington Heights section of Manhattan. Anthony Fauci, this is according to him. The vast majority of cases involving the New York variant have been confirmed in New York and New Jersey area, Armstrong said on a Monday interview. Though the variant could be more transmissible than the original COVID-19 strain, it is relatively limited geographically right now, he said. Research suggests B1526 need to be closely watched for its ability to evade the monoclonal antibody and a certain extent the vaccine-induced antibody. So this thing is able to avoid, even the vaccine. Okay, now you know why they're worried about this thing, because that vaccine is not going to really be effective on it. Okay, it is something we take very seriously, Fauci said. Very real threat. The variant may have arisen in November in the immunocompromised people who remain sick despite treatment over a long period of time. Now, you might have heard the term long haulers. These are people that even after they get past COVID, they are still feeling symptoms constantly. According to recent research, Fauci said infectious disease specialists are often asked whether immunocompromised people should get vaccinated. The answer is absolutely yes. He said absolutely yes, because that's not the only important thing for them, for their own health, but that could be the breeding ground of the variant and the emergence of variants. Rochelle Walensky, the chief of the CDC, again warned that COVID-19 cases appear to have halted their decline, leveling off at what is still to, as is seen to be a high level. All right. I have to call them back. Okay. She said variants and the caseload could combine. So they're saying that even if they try to upgrade these vaccines, by the time they do it, it's going to be more variants out. I don't know how they're going to do that. I don't see how they're going to be able to stop this. At this level of cases, the variants with the spreading, we stand to completely lose the hard-earned ground we have gained. So they're saying as each and every one of these variants keep coming out, it is really it's very elusive to the vaccine. So this thing is really smartening up, and it knows how to keep going even after the vaccine is given to people. Okay, so last week's report by researchers at the California Institute of Technology, Columbia University in New York, and the Aaron Diamond AIDS Research Center identified the variants and said it is quickly gaining ground in the city. Anthony West, a senior research specialist at Caltech, first raised the possibility that some proportion of vaccine induced immune response against the coronavirus might be less effective because of the mutations in the New York variant. Wow. But the studies haven't been peer reviewed. And wow. So they said they are watching these mutations and the variants probably have some impact. Further significance remain unproven. So they really haven't tested this thing out enough to know about it, but they certainly know one thing: this variant is more contagious and it has other worrisome features, is unknown. The CDC, Armstrong said. One possibility is that the New York strain is taking off because of random founder effects, basically a particular virus being at the right place at the right time, known as a phenomenon with the viruses, he said. So this thing can avoid, I mean, the impact of the vaccine, y'all. It doesn't matter if you get the vaccine. This thing can still get you. That's pretty much what they're saying. And they're scared. I mean, you can tell they're very worried about this. 4 other mutations worrying public health officials also have emerged from the UK, known as the B117, and from South Africa, named the B1351, and Brazil, named P1. And from California, that variant is known as B1427429. There have been about 1,563 B117 cases identified in the US, 23 of the Brazilian. Okay, so they're just saying, okay, so the CDC is worried about the New York variant, but not as much as the UK, South African, and Brazilian strains, according to Armstrong. It is not just the total number that have been sequenced, it is also the mutations that has and how widespread it is, Armstrong said. It is not on the upper tier of variants of concerns. There are 3 in the tier by themselves. The mutation emerged from the UK remains on the pace to become the dominant in COVID-19 variants in the US. And it's the dominant one in my state and New York right now. Okay, more than 2,400 cases have now been identified in 46 states. The variants that emerged from South Africa has now been seen in 53 cases in 16 states. Wow. So now we got another one, and they seem to be very worried about this New York variant because of what it can do. But y'all, please tell me what you think. This is crazy. This is crazy. And just think of how many more will be here by the time we get to July and August this year. And these folks think that everything's going to open back up and they're going to be skipping on the beaches. Yeah, right. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.